Hey, what's going on, people? It's your girl Michelle Comfort, aka ComfortStyles. Now I know you see me wearing this top, okay? I'm going to be doing quite a lot of videos, so I'm trying to break it up so it's easy for you to find and easy for you to get to, instead of making like one long ass video and you're like, okay, when is she talking about this, when is she talking about that? So that's why I'm wearing the same top. I'll just be breaking the videos up into parts, okay? Now this video is going to be sort of like a frequently asked questions about crochet braids and some of the questions I've been asked under my videos. Sometimes I may not comment back because someone else has commented, or sometimes I feel like it's a bit of common sense, just picture stuff in your head instead of me trying to comment things, you know what I mean? So it's not everything you have to be, you know, some things you can just be seeing and just watch videos over and over again, and then you'll see the answer instead of me trying to tell you all the time, do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but I'm just saying some of the questions which I get asked is, you know, common sense, or you can see another one of my videos and be like, oh, okay, she did that. So it's not that I'm trying to ignore you or anything, just like, okay, what? Another video. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, in regards to crochet braids, now I've put a video out there probably over a year ago or so about how to do crochet braids. That was like, it's almost got over 1 million views right now, and that video, I did that video when I was still getting into the groove of crochet braids. So for me, crochet braids are still quite new over in the UK. It was sort of like what I knew how to do, what I learned by myself. So I was self-taught to do crochet braids. I never learned from nobody. All I did was just practice, trial and error. So all my old videos that you see, maybe the pattern is a bit too wide, this is a bit too this, it's all been trial and error. So if you go onto my videos now, you would see I have improved way more than that. I even created my own new crochet braid patterns, and some of them have been used by other YouTubers, and do you know what I mean? So I feel like, you know, give me a little bit of credit here. So when you see old videos and stuff like that, look at the date it was posted and look at my new videos and you see the difference, instead of saying, oh, why is the pattern so big? La 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 la. Okay? I know the pattern's big. Trial and error, improvement, okay? Next question. I get asked, why do I do a braid right at the back of the head straight across? Now the reason for that was because when I first started doing crochet braids, I would do it like the normal conventional way of the cornrows going straight to the back, and then I'll plait it all at once, say into one braid, and then sew it in. Now after doing that a couple of times, I've realised that the hair at the back will be neglected, and sometimes it will be breaking and all sorts be falling off, and you know, and some of the braid pattern, because of that braid pattern, some of the crochet itself will be coming off. So I thought, okay, what can I do to make this braid pattern better, to make the hair last longer, and obviously to make the hair start from the back instead of starting up here, because you know you flip the hair backwards. So I thought, okay, let me just do a braid at the back of the head, and I did that, and you know, it preserved the hair, it made the hair grow, and it was less damage. So that's why I do the hair, the braid at the back, because less damage preserves the hair and allows it to grow. Another question I get asked is, where does the hair at the end, when I'm doing my braid pattern, where does it go? So when I'm braiding, I braid one braid going down here, another going down here, and then obviously I have the back one. So I start from this side, I start from whether the left or the right side going down, and then I cornrow all the way across here. So once I've cornrowed and it's here, I braid this one going down and I attach it together, and that becomes one braid, right? Then when I go to the next line, I flip this one over and go back up. So it's all the back, your back perimeter is all braided. So that's the way it goes. It doesn't go, it doesn't disappear or anything. It just gets attached to the other side, and I flip it up and I cornrow again. How many knots do I do for crochet braids? That depends on the type of hair I'm using, and you know, how short it is or how long it is, how coarse it is, you know, how slick it is. So it all depends. Usually back in the day, I used to use 3 knots, and I found that okay, it was quick and everything, but it didn't really stay that long. Sometimes it will come out because it wasn't secure enough. So then I went to go and do 4 knots, and for me, I feel like 4 knots is like almost perfect, right? Again, it depends. 4 knots, you can do that for the really curly hair like the water wave. You can do that for bohemian. On a general note, I use 4 knots. For kinky hair, getting tongue twisted here. For kinky hair or for Kinecklon hair-ish, I do 3 knots. And it depends if I'm doing knotless or whatever, again 3 knots or 2 knots depending. And then if its hair is really slick, I tend to do 5 knots. I don't go beyond 5, but yeah, you can do 3 knots and then you can do actual knots. But 4 to 5 knots is what I do on average. Can I use my braid pattern for any crochet braids? On a general note, yes, you can use my braid pattern for any crochet braids. You can adjust it depending on what kind of parting you want or whatever. One of my most popular videos when I was doing deep twists with red crochet braids, I had like a whole load of small cornrows here. Again, that's for versatility if you want to change your partings. But if you're short and you want just the one parting, then you can do a Y braid where you want the parting. So if you want to parting here or here, you can just do the Y braid here and connect it, and that's it. That could be your braid. That could be your 2 small braids, and the rest could be like a regular size. Instead of you doing small braids all across your hairline and then you're like, ugh, this is taking so long. No, you don't have to do it all small. You can just do your parting, the 2 small ones, and the rest all the regular size. It's up to you. How far in can you go with the parting is up to you again. If you want a long, deep parting, sorry, I sounded wrong. If you want a deep parting, right, you can go further back, okay? So you cornrow further back when you're parting. But if you want a short parting, you can just cornrow like a 2-inch, right? And that's it. You don't have to go all the way to here with your small braids, okay? Is crochet braids a protective hairstyle? Well, some people say no, some people say yeah. I would personally say yeah, in terms of you don't really mess around with your hair really, because your hair is cornrowed underneath the hair. So your hair is just there chilling like a mug. Do you know what I mean? Like, your hair is doing nothing, it's just there in cornrows. All you need to do is just grease your scalp or put some coconut oil on your scalp or whatever, and just leave it, keep it moisturized, and then you just play around with the fake hair. Do you know what I mean? So I feel that crochet braids is a protective hairstyle for me. It may not be for someone else, but for me, I believe it's a protective hairstyle. Again, it may not be so protective if you're constantly doing tiny cornrows on your hairline or whatever, because then the strain and the pull and all that tension is not good, so it doesn't really protect your hair. It may be damaging instead. If you take a decent amount of hair when you are cornrowing, then I believe it's protective. I think your hair is, you know, underneath there, it's just chilling, nothing's happening to it, you know. I feel that crochet braids is protective. Just saying. Is there a lot of competition between people around the UK with crochet braids? Crochet braids, I mean, again, it's still fairly new in the UK, kind of, sorta ish. I mean, people know, but some people know about it. If you're like crazy about hair, if you know hair and stuff like that, then you would have heard crochet braids. You may not have had crochet braids, you may have heard, or you may know someone with crochet braids or had crochet braids, whatever. I mean, in terms of people that in salons and stuff, again, there's not really a lot of salons or a lot of people that do crochet braids. Social media helps as well, Instagram, Pinterest, and all that kind of shebang, Facebook. So I wouldn't say there's a lot of competition. I'll just say it's not easily accessible to find somebody that does crochet braids. And when you do, you're like, hallelujah, hallelujah. So yeah. How do I feel about people using my braid pattern? Do you know what? Even though I see people use my braid pattern on YouTube and there's no acknowledgement, but I feel kind of happy because I'm like, okay, I actually did something. 2 seconds. Hello? See you in a bit. I feel that people using my braid patterns is a compliment, because I mean, they've seen something which they may have not thought of and they thought it was a good idea to use. So I feel that those of you out there using my braid pattern or making videos and using my braid pattern, thank you, because it's a compliment for me that, you know, I've developed something which can help you guys. Another question I get is, where am I based? I am based in London, UK, particularly in East London, UK. Okay, I know I get so many people from America contacting me saying, oh, are you in Dallas? Are you here? Are you there? Are you in Atlanta? Are you in New York? it hurts me because I'm like, damn, look at all these people that want me, and I'm like, I can't even come to you guys. Maybe one day, maybe one day. I am based in London, East London, UK. Just so that you know. You can follow my work though on my Instagram and on my YouTube channel if you're watching, like you are now. You can subscribe. But definitely, I do update my Instagram all the time. Anytime I'm doing new hair or hair which I thought was different, or I want something I want you guys to see, or an update, or you know, hair that I found, I feel like, okay, do you know what? User might like this, or user might not like this, or whatever. I update my Instagram all the time. So follow me on Instagram at ComfortStyles, okay? If you have any questions about crochet braids or anything else, write the questions down below and hopefully I can make another video to address those issues. So keep on doing good things. God bless you. Love you. Bye.